Yeah, Jenna, it was strange yesterday. For some reason, a 10-month-old quote from Rasheed Wallace was trending. And I get why, because it was sheer lunacy that Rasheed put out there. But it was trending, so I got to talk about it. Here's what Rasheed said.
In my era, he probably would have done good because with his physical stature, with him being a little bit bigger than a majority of the rest. So he probably would have held his own, but I don't think he would have been as successful as he is now. Like now is, man, you know what I mean? Like he doing it, young boy doing it. You know what I mean? So, but it was a whole different era back then, bro.
So, beast or soft?
I just told you.
A beast then.
You know, I think he would have held his own. I can't necessarily say he would have been a beast, but I think he would have held his own.
And first of all, he was talking about LeBron. All right, held his own. I don't know. What is held his own? Is that P.J. Tucker? Is that Seth Curry? I mean, hold his own? I don't know what that is. And shout out to Rasheed. Congrats on your job at Memphis with Larry Brown and Penny Hardaway on that coaching staff. But this is crazy. LeBron James, had he played in the late 90s, because their eras did actually overlap a bit, but had LeBron entered the league with Rasheed in 1995, he would have been exactly what he was in this era. He would have become the second greatest player of all time, second only to Michael Jordan. And what everybody says is, oh, it was more physical back then, which it was. Oh, LeBron would have went to the hole. There would have been Olajuwon and Ewing and Shaq and all the big boys when he went. I agree. But LeBron is the size of Karl Malone. Don't forget that. All right, we see him shooting threes, handling the rock, dishing, and we forget how big he is. He's an ex-all-world football player in high school who probably could have made the NFL had he chosen to go that route. So it's crazy to think LeBron could not have adjusted to the physicality.
You're giving this too much credence by even replying to it. Their eras overlapped for a decade. There's a decade. And by the way, when LeBron was 22 and hung 48 on Detroit, you know who's in a lot of those highlights? Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed. Hey, listen, man, you have an all-time NBA quote. Ball don't lie. Should have left it there. We now got Rasheed Wallace, who retired 8 years ago, saying LeBron could have played in his era. It's the same era, you big doofus. Sorry.
Sorry,
we can move
on.
Come on,
edit that
I thought I was hot about it. I thought I was hot about it.
The old double butt first. Nick's like, it tells you what, I got a butt first. All right, guys, I'm going to take it down a little bit. So I'm watching Bills practice footage yesterday just because no Rosh Hashanah is complete without it. And it dawned on me, Josh Allen really is the next Tom Brady. Now, Nick, hear me out before you get stressed out like you just did with Rasheed. Number one, Josh Allen, now the elder statesman of the AFC East, used to be Tom Brady. Number two, both quarterbacks hail from California. Number three, both very mobile quarterbacks now that Brady no longer has that knee brace. Number four, both quarterbacks have 5 letters in their last name. And number 5, do we all remember this little snafu from Brady in Super Bowl 52 goes out for a pass? What happened? I'm so sorry. I missed it badly. Missed it badly. Well, guess who else goes out for a pass? Misses it badly in practice. Josh Allen.
Perfect
What
throw.
is that, by the way? Because I've heard of the no-look pass, never heard of the no-look throw, or no-look catch. Never heard of the no-look catch. Botched the entire thing. Proud of myself for that. By the way, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, one and the same. Both these guys. Just watch for it, Nick. You'll see how the season turns out.
That was great.
Hey, friend of the show, but Patriots outcast Danny Amendola signed with the Texans. We play, by we I mean the Patriots, play the Texans week 5. Here's the bulletin board material that Mr. Amendola had on this very show. Take a listen.
Well, first things first, and when you see Patriot Way in the dictionary, it's going to have Tom Brady's name next to it. None of those coaches threw any passes. None of those coaches caught any passes. None of those coaches made any tackles. They got guys in the right position because they watch a lot of film and they spend all their time at the facility. But Tom Brady is the Patriot way, and that's the reason why Tom Brady's in the Super Bowl right now, and the Patriots aren't.
Okay, so week 5, Patriots headed to Houston to face some former Patriots. We got Nick Caserio running the team, and also a chaplain, including Mr. Amendola. Now, I know you're thinking like, oh, Wilds, those are harsh words. Doesn't matter. That's not how a championship organization treats its great players. Danny Amendola, our heart in Patriots country is still wide, and we will welcome you with open arms. In week 5, we expect to have such a big lead. I will be rooting for you to have a 100-yard game because I still think we win about 34-10. So good luck, Danny Amendola. I am rooting for you, and no hard feelings, however much you may diss Bill Belichick.
Wow.
All right.
That was surprising. Thought you were going to
Nice
go
guy.
for him.
He was
Wow.
right.
No, I'm a fan.
Play a little drawing a blank. Talking
Friend of the
rookie
show.
quarterbacks this morning because some former very successful quarterbacks haven't been doing a lot of that lately. Drew Brees had this to say about Mac Jones, starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. He said, I think Mac Jones is going to have the most success of any rookie quarterback, not just this year, but probably for the next few years. You recall, we also had Tony Romo talking about Zach Wilson, who said this. I actually think Zach Wilson with the Jets is going to turn that franchise around. I think Zach Wilson is going to be in the discussion as one of the top 3 to 5 quarterbacks in the league very quickly. Within the next couple of years, I think you're going to see him rise. I think he's unbelievable, and his ceiling is so high. Broussard, who knew? And Mac Jones and Zach Wilson were getting Brady and Manning all over again. The rookie quarterback that will have the most success this season is blank.
Mac Jones. All right, Jenna, look,
Oh,
Trevor
my
Lawrence will be
God.
more spectacular. Trevor Lawrence will be more spectacular. Zach Wilson will get a lot of buzz because he looks pretty decent and creates hope in New York City where everything is magnified. But with all quarterbacks, what does it come down to? W's, as our friend Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. All right, and Mac Jones is going to win the most games. I told you, Nick, yesterday, he's going to the playoffs with the Patriots. I won't even say he leads them to the playoffs because that defense will be stout. That run game will be huge. What Mac will do is manage the game, make smart decisions, not beat himself, and every once in a while, make a big play. So Mac Jones this season will have the most success. Trevor Lawrence will be incredibly fortunate to win 6 or 7 games. All right, Zach Wilson's going to get crushed with that in New York behind that offensive line. So Mac Jones will be the best quarterback of the rookies this season. Most success, Nick.
Okay, you keep emphasizing this season, which I think neglects to recognize that the most successful rookie from any quarterback draft class almost always ends up being the guy who has the best career. Just go back. Hey, remember Carson Wentz and Jared Goff? They went 1-2. Who was the best rookie that year? Oh, a guy named Dak Prescott. Who's had the best career? Dak. The next year, the best rookie quarterback that actually played, because Mahomes didn't play, it was Deshaun. And guess what? He's been the best quarterback from there if you don't include Mahomes. The very next year, it was Lamar Jackson. Oh, my God. And he's had the best career. Then it was Kyler was the best rookie quarterback, and he's had the best career. And last year was Justin Herbert, and he's going to have the best career of any of those guys. So the answer is Trevor Lawrence. The Mac Jones propaganda must cease. Trevor Lawrence, you remember Trevor Lawrence, one of the greatest high school players ever, then one of the greatest college players ever, one of the greatest necks ever, one of the greatest haircuts ever. That guy, Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer, yeah, he's going to be the best rookie this season. Now, could the Jags win 7 games and the Patriots win 8? Sure, but I still think Trevor Lawrence is clearly going to have the most success this year and be the best quarterback of the rookies this year. Wild.
Okay, just for the record, I had to pull up my Mac Jones college stats. Mac Jones was number 1 in completion percentage, pass touchdowns, and passing yards. So the idea that Trevor Lawrence was just like smoking the national champion Mac Jones is just wrong. Mac Jones is the correct
I'm
answer.
surprised
for
there
the
wasn't more
following
discussion
reasons.
about him going 1 over Lawrence. I must have missed those seasons. My
You
bad.
probably
Go
should.
ahead,
What?
sorry.
It's, you know what? It's good. You're right. It's probably going to be a Jordan Sambui thing, but an NFL version. And who knows? Somebody let Tom Brady slip to 199 too. That seemed to work out for us as well. So here's the thing about Mac Jones. Once you hear 100% positive reviews on somebody, at this point you have to buy it. And Drew Brees is just the latest guy to join the Mac Jones bandwagon. This is on the internet. You could put up a picture of the most adorable